Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about Shadow X Sonic Generations, or Sonic X Shadow Generations. I don't know why I call it Shadow X Sonic. I guess it can go either way, but we basically had a new trailer yesterday and it was actually really cool. I really did like it a lot. I haven't been able to keep up with the game, but I've been catching up since then. And honestly, I'm really excited for the Shadow campaign. It's gonna look really dope. I'm surprised on how much content there is for Shadow, which makes me sad that this isn't like actually like a full out game. It's just like in a way like a side story DLC expansion in a way, I guess you could say. Unless it's gonna feel like a full game, I'm not sure. But from what I understand, it's only gonna be a couple hours, which I think is pretty standard for like Sonic games nowadays. But regardless, I want to give my thoughts and opinions and tell you guys all the news, all the updates that have been coming out, and I thought it'd be really cool. So one of the things is that Richard, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, I'm sorry, but he actually tweeted out that he is one of the composers for the remix Supporting Me, which is the BioLizard fight. BioLizard, oh my gosh, BioLizard is going to be so dope, so I'm really excited. They definitely have like a lot of people like just recomposing remixes for the music, obviously, just like what they did for Generations. Like the City Escape song, like for example, like that was like the original ones that they remixed for Generations for the original release. So it's obvious that they're just going to continue just like remixing more stuff just to make it like up-to-date standards, because it's 2024 and Sonic Adventure 2 was like a long time ago, so obviously they have to remix stuff. And then I'm sure there would be like an original version. I feel like you're able to play like the original song as well. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure modding communities have done that or something like that. Something else I wanted to mention was that what levels are confirmed so far in what we know so far about the Shadow campaign. So basically the Space Colony Arc Act 1 and 2 are confirmed, Radical Highway 1 and 2, Chaos Island 1 and 2, and then Sunset Heights 1 and 2. I'm honestly personally excited for the Space Colony Arc. That's because Sonic Adventure 2 was definitely like my personal favorite. It's like, it really does hold like a special place in my heart, so it's like me being biased here. Also, Kingdom Valley 1 and 2 is going to be there, so I'm excited to see how that turns out as well. But yeah, just Sonic 06 in general, it's just like a funny game just to see it being like remade again, even though they obviously had it for like the original Generations, but for like a Shadow level, I'm personally really excited just because of the fact that it's Shadow. Like Shadow, I feel like Shadow hasn't gotten like enough recognition lately. One of the things I really wanted to talk about was from the trailers, actually, is that Shadow's new abilities. They were actually shown in the trailers, and they explained a little bit what it was, and we got to see a little bit of gameplay, and I think there is gameplay on the screen right now, as you can see. But one of the Shadow's attacks is the Doom Spheres. So he can fire Chaos Spheres on multiple targets all at once. So this, in a way, is kind of like a special power attack, basically, which is like, I'm guessing if there's like hordes of enemies like surrounding Shadow, he can just like do like a full blast attack in front of them of all like 3 enemies or however enemies there are, instead of just 1 enemy. And then this one is really cool. This is the Doom Blast. After attacking the enemy in quick succession, you can kick them upwards, send them flying, and wrap to the position where they were launched. So it's a little bit confusing about the Doom Blast. It seems to be like pushing back the enemies kind of way, I'm assuming. I have to look back in the footage exactly to see what it's about, but it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird because I really didn't think they were gonna give Shadows like super abilities, like super abilities, and some of these are like reference to the Shadow the Hedgehog. I've noticed like a lot of people mention on Twitter that some of them kind of look like references to Shadow the Hedgehog. I'll let you know in a section in a moment which one. This one I think is really cool, is the Doom Surf. It can move across water. When it spins, it can also destroy objects. So this is like, I think definitely what they're trying to do with this campaign is that they're trying to make it special and trying to like make it more than the Sonic campaign, obviously, from like the regular Sonic Generations. Because I feel like with Sonic in general, Sonic, in a way, it's kind of like Mario in a way, where they try to like differentiate each game by giving them like a special ability to make the game like different from each other. Like for example, I don't know why I'm using Mario as an example, but like Mario Sunshine, he has like the little water pack that he can shoot water with. Super Mario Galaxy, it's like Galaxy. And then Super Mario Odyssey, Mario has like a talking cap. So I feel like that's kind of like the approach they're going at the moment, because I feel like Sonic in the later years kind of became like a very generic formula, which people like, but like I definitely think they were like criticized for like the generic formula. Like for example, Forces I've never played, but I can definitely see the formula being generic of like the 2D side scrollers. But then again, it could be fun. I've never played it before, but I've heard like a lot of people say that Forces was not a good game. But I'd love to know your opinions about that. Something else is the Doom Morph. So this is what people said that was referenced to like the Shadow the Hedgehog game. There was like a moment in the game where I think he like did like something similar like this, and it's kind of like a little Easter egg. So when you transform into the Doom Morph, you can also progress through special terrain areas. You can also move by hanging onto targets. That's like one of them. And then the coolest one, which I get like massive Devil May Cry vibes. Devil May Cry, like definitely Devil May Cry. This is definitely Devil May Cry vibes. Like you cannot tell me this is not like Devil May Cry. The Doom Wings, which I guess you could say they're like the Lucifer wings. It really is like the Lucifer wings. So pretty much that you can just fly with them. So I think what's cool about this is that I'm definitely getting like a Sonic Colors vibe, where there's like certain abilities you can use at certain times of the games. It sucks because I'm assuming that you can't use them all the time. There's probably gonna be moments in the game where you're like required to like use it like certain parts throughout certain missions. I don't think this is something, maybe some of them you can like use anytime you want, but I feel like with the Doom Surf and then maybe the Doom Wings, I feel like those will be specifically for certain levels, which I guess in theory is just fine, but I'm not sure. It would be hard to make it like a little bit complicated, especially since Sonic X Shadow, it's supposed to be like a simple, like, I guess DLC extra story expansion. Regardless, I'm like really excited about this. I think it's definitely going to be awesome. That's pretty much all the news we have on the game so far. There's been a little bit of stuff here and there, but I feel like it's nothing too concrete, so I'm not going to really mention it in this video unless it gets expanded upon later on. But I want to know what you guys' thoughts about this. Are you guys going to get Sonic X Shadow Generations? I'm really curious because I definitely am going to get it because I believe it's only like $45. I was worried it was going to be like the $60 mark, but I think it's going to be like around $40 to $45, which I think is pretty cool. So I think I'm definitely going to get it. I'm mainly going to get it just to check out the Shadow campaign, honestly, but I'm still pretty excited about it. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, share, subscribe. It would help our channel a lot, and thank you so much for the support. And yeah, I'll see you guys later for the next video, and I hope you guys have a good one. Bye everyone.